a critical conscience. With the freedom of Jesus, we find the courage we need to swim against the current. I would like to emphasize this. Swimming against the current, having the courage to swim against the current, not the daily temptation to swim against other people, like those perpetual victims and conspiracy theorists who are always casting blame on others. No, rather swimming against the unhealthy current of our own selfishness, rigidity, close-mindedness that often seeks like-minded groups to survive. When you are selfish, rigid, close-minded, and looking for others, castigate yourself and swim against it. Not this, but swimming against the tide so as to become more like Jesus. For he teaches us to meet evil only with mild and lowly forces of good, without shortcuts, without deceit, and without duplicity. In other words, doing what they hate most, killing them with the kindness that they can't stand. Just as Isaiah speaks of in the first reading, which is the reference for Matthew's 25, 31-46. Our world, beset by so many evils, does not need any more ambiguous compromises. People who move back and forth like the tide, wherever the wind blows them, wherever their own interests take them. Or they swing forever to the right, then to the left, depending on what is most convenient, or what gives them the most benefits. Those who sit on every fence. Those who limp with both legs. A Christian like that seems more of an equilibrist than a Christian. Those who are always performing a balancing act are looking for ways to avoid getting their hands dirty so as not to compromise their lives or to ever take life seriously. Please, forever be afraid of being a person like that, no matter the age, no matter the country you are in. Rather, work to be free and authentic every single moment of your life. Be the critical conscience of the society in which you live. Be the critical conscience of every organization in which you are a member, in which you enter. But for each thing you criticize, offer a means or conscience and real idea to fix it. You cannot forever be criticizing something without offering ideas to fix. Otherwise, you are nothing more than a discordant song that no one listens to. You are nothing more than a clanging cymbal that is never played. For instance, if the problems in India, if the problems in Pakistan, if the problems in Vietnam, Cambodia, in other places in the East, are that young women who work are not respected because they work. And thus, India has over 500 unsolved gang rape fatalities of young women for the past 11 years. Pakistan, 1,211. Vietnam and all of the East have more than 21,000 combined. Then what each country can do varies, but together they can do the cheapest of all remedies. Arm the young women with dye packs, so that as soon as a girl is touched, she releases the pack, and everyone, every man, within 30 to 45 yards is marked as a member of the gang of rapists, or is marked as a member of the sympathizers, those who stand around and stop anyone from helping her. The dye stays on the man for a minimum of 3 weeks. For some skin types, some phenotypes, it can last as long as 3 months. And it cannot be removed by any means, no chemical, no anything. For this is what the FBI uses in the United States to catch bank robbers. In other words, you give these dye packs at 5.7 cents each to a girl or a young woman. Give each state a different color. You will know who the rapists were, because they are the ones who are the most blue or green or pink or yellow or orange. And the sympathizers are the ones whose hair cannot stop turning colors because it is in their scalp for 6 to 10 months. And every time the hair grows, it is slightly different in hue than before, but it marks them every day. As standing by and observing a woman under the age of 18 being raped, and yet these men calling themselves believers of God. Don't be afraid to criticize, but have remedies in hand. All of the organizations need your criticism. Many of you, for example, are critical of environmental pollution. We need this. Be passionate about the truth, so that with your dreams you can say, my life is not captive to the mindset of the world. I am free, because I reign with Jesus Christ for justice, life, and peace. Go forward now and find the answers.